Subriel Matias versus Dalton Smith goes down next week. And this is an absolutely class fight. It honestly is. Style-wise, it is fantastic. And we're going to get into it. Obviously, there's been a lot going on with the whole Matias PED thing with the Osterine. But apparently, it's not high enough for him to fail a drug. Bloody God knows what's going on, but there's not enough in his system to convict him of being a drug cheat. So the fight is still going on. And I'm glad it is, because it is a very exciting fight. Let's get into it then. So you've got Matias. We all know how he fights. Relentless, ridiculous volume, doesn't stop pressure, and he just doesn't stop. Bloody hell. He just doesn't stop coming forward. And yeah, he's a great pressure fighter who, doesn't give you space. He walks you down, cuts off the ring well, and forces you into exchanges a lot. That is what he does. Then you got Dalton Smith, who, in ways, I think he's got Canelo traits. He's got traits of Canelo. His upper body movement is very good. Head movement is very good. And he's very composed, takes his time, doesn't waste any shots at all. Very good to the body. His hooks to the body are pretty brutal. And, I think, the way he throws out his jab, very similar to Canelo. It starts very similar to Canelo. Tucked in quite, very composed, very compact. And that is, I think he is similar to Canelo. He really is. And that makes him dangerous. That is what makes him a real top-level fighter. And I feel like he has got a good style, which can make a great fight with Matias, but be able to handle him. Smith's a strong guy. Matias is a strong guy. It's going to be interesting as well, because Smith is, I think, he's got better boxing IQ than what Matias does. And that is good to be able to beat him. But Matias, again, is smart in his own way, doesn't stop coming forward. He knows how to beat you. He knows how to cut the ring off. He knows how to drain his opponents without draining himself. So he is smart in his own way. But it's interesting because actually, if you think about it, both guys are very good body punchers. They are. Matias has definitely operated at a higher level than Dalton Smith, which could definitely play an effect in this fight. But Matias is a very vicious body puncher. Smith is as well. Though. That's the thing. And it's interesting because Matias is, I think, going to look to keep up the pace the whole fight. Dalton Smith's going to, build his way into things. That's what he's going to want to do. And it's going to be interesting. Does this go the distance? I don't know. It could. But again, both guys are big punchers. They both are very big punchers. And they are very good at draining their opponents. But Smith's going to look to come on late. Whether he can weather a storm of Matias, it's difficult to weather a Matias storm, though. But I think, you look at how Liam Paro beat Matias. He just never let him get going at any point in the fight. But Dalton Smith's very different to Liam Paro. He's not gonna look to box with Matias. I feel like what Smith's gonna do is, I don't think he's gonna want to exchange lows with him. He's gonna want to get his shots in there and reset, move off, try and work angles. Here, I think that's what he's gonna try and do. But again, it's going to be difficult. If Matias can break him early, then that makes things interesting. If he can get to him early, get his respect early on, which he probably will, things will be interesting. But I think Smith is very good at staying composed. He's very good at staying calm, even when things can get messy. And I feel like Smith is good he is good in exchanges, though. And for all we know, though, I think there's a chance that Smith will be the smarter guy in the exchanges. There is some. And, I know I did say, oh, yeah, he's probably going to look to get his work in and reset. But Matias doesn't let you reset, though. He doesn't let you reset. So that it's easier said than done. But again, I don't think it's going to be an issue for Dalton Smith if he does exchange. If there is exchanges, he probably will be the smarter one. And I feel like Dalton Smith would be the one to mix up his shots better than what Matias could. But the amount that Matias throws is the problem. You know, he does throw a lot of the same stuff, but he just throws a lot, though. He throws a lot, and he's ridiculously draining because he just doesn't go away. He doesn't go away the whole time. You know, I think, oh, Jesus Christ. I think, again, a big thing is Matias is always going to be throwing in combinations. That's what's going to happen. He's always going to be throwing in combinations. Dalton Smith's going to look to pick his shots. Single shots will be here. And I feel like, Dalton Smith, more, 2, 3s, and 4s. Matias throwing a ridiculous amount of punches the whole time. But the judges could be more convinced by Smith and Ways, but it depends who the judges is. They could be more impressed with Matias because he isn't going to stop. But Dalton Smith, could he make Matias look stupid at times? Because, and I did say earlier on in the video, nice upper body movement that he's got, nice head movement that he's got. But he's not a smart boxer who's going to use his footwork to get out in moments. That's the thing. He's not like Liam Parrow. He's not got the footwork of Liam Parrow, and I don't think I just don't think he's not got the movement that Liam Parrow has got in his feet. He's not got the reflexes that Liam Parrow has. Because, again, styles make fights. And I think that Liam Parrow style is much more troubling for Matias than what a Dalton Smith style is. That's my opinion. But I think this is what makes for a very good fight. It's very unpredictable. I think it's a very 50-50 fight for whose way it could go. I'm excited for this one. I'm excited for it. I think it's very unpredictable. Two guys with very unpredictable styles as well. I think things could get very interesting here. It is one which you would think we will see a knockout, but it's one again which I think could go the distance because both guys are extremely tough, and but both guys are big punchers though. It's gonna be interesting.